15 civil society groups led by Transparency International Kenyan chapter have issued President Uhuru Kenyatta a 30-day ultimatum to reshuffle his cabinet. This follows increasing concerns after majority of cabinet secretaries have been implicated in corruption scandals in the recent past. The organizations believe sending home cabinet secretaries implicated in graft will send a strong message of his commitment to fight corruption in Kenya.
That Kenya has in recent days become a hotbed of corruption scandals is a state of affairs which the civil society says requires immediate action from none other than the head of state himself. And they want him to begin stamping his authority by kicking devolution Cabinet Secretary Ann Waiguru out of the cabinet.
We have lowered the standard of our constitution from an ethical standard to a criminal standard. And the criminal standard says that it is only that person who has been proved guilty beyond reasonable doubt who should be taken action against.
On matters that have to do with procurement or finance, have nothing to do with a cabinet secretary. We do not get involved. In fact, if I was to get involved at all in procurement, it would be regular.
Led by the Kenya chapter of Transparency International, the civil society groups have termed as flimsy Waiguru's defense that she is not personally responsible for the massive graft reported in her ministry, arguing that Waiguru should lead her alleged corrupt juniors on the exit door from the ministry.
If a cabinet secretary can be held and can be acknowledged for putting toilets in Kibera, the same cabinet secretary can be held responsible for using pens that are inflated. I think that is the level of integrity that we need to see in our offices, in our public services, and that is the spirit of Chapter 6.
Motion a process to review all public procurements done in the last 3 years to establish if there may have been any malpractices similar to those reported in the devolution ministry. They also want an immediate and systematic lifestyle audit of all public officers, starting with the CSs down to their permanent secretaries and other juniors, to establish if they may have indulged in graft. Further, Transparency International now says even cabinet secretaries recently cleared of graft by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission should also be sent home, since their public image is already tainted.
It doesn't even matter that they have been cleared of any wrongdoing or not. It matters that Kenyans see them, perceive them, and know that money has been lost under their watch, even though the institutions that they have entrusted with unearthing the truth and punishing these people have let them down.
Should President Kenyatta fail to heed their demands in 30 days, then the civil society groups say they will lead Kenyans in demanding that he dissolves the cabinet. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News, Nairobi.